Hi everyone, this is Shella from Words Plus Design. The short video is called Anatomy of a Press Release. Sending a press release can be very stressful if you don't know where to start. Journalists are time crunched and will make judgments very quickly. The last place you want to lose credibility is the press release. A logo is not essential, but having one legitimizes you. If you use it, keep it small. Wrapping your whole release in branding will take up space, and you need to keep this under one page. Next, for immediate release. If you don't want your audience to report it, they are going to wonder why you sent it. You need to have a very good reason to embargo a press release that you have already sent out. If your press release isn't a huge story, you'll quickly lose credibility because it will look like you're trying to inflate its importance. Send it out when you want people to report it. Your headline needs to grab attention in 5 to 8 words. Don't go on to the next line. Use a subhead to give more context. Make your headline exciting. Use an active verb. The Dateline is the name of the city where you are located. If it's not a major city, add the province or state abbreviation. The first paragraph is your lead. You need to boil down the essence of the story in 25 words. Don't waste words. Answer the 5 W's: who, what, where, when, and why. You might say, that's impossible. I can't possibly tell the whole story in 25 words. Well, the way it's done is to use general terms in the first paragraph and then expand on them in the subsequent paragraphs. For example, you might talk about the leading cause of heart disease in the first paragraph and then say what it is in the second. You might mention 5 local teens in the first paragraph and save their names for the second paragraph. The largest manufacturer of widgets could be refer to your company in the first paragraph, and the name of your company would turn up in the second, etc., etc. You want to use the same general language in the head and the subhead. Another way you could keep your press release simple is by using one main message. This is not the time to tell the whole story about your organization. If the reporter is interested in that, they will ask you during the interview, but keep it down to one main message. In the second paragraph, you can explain the news that you shared in the first paragraph. Start with the most important information and move down to the least. This is called the inverted pyramid, and it's what newspapers use for their straight news stories, most of their first to third pages. Another element you will want to include in your press release is a quote. A quote really adds to a story and personalizes it. It makes your press release more interesting. The person quoted will usually be the person who will be interviewed when your press release gets picked up. The next element you're going to want to include in your press release are facts and figures. The news media loves facts and figures. When you include numbers and facts, it adds credibility and lets them know that you're a reliable source. It shows them that you are not just making claims, but that you can back them up with evidence. You might consider putting these facts and numbers in a bulleted list to make them easier to read. The background is a paragraph about your company and or the person you would like to be interviewed. This adds more credibility and saves the reporter the task of going online to find out who you are. Contact information. Your contact information is very important because this will always be the main call to action of your press release. The purpose is to get an interview with someone, whether it's a client, a CEO, or an expert. Make it easy for the person reading to find the right person to call and get the interview done. They may only have a couple hours to do this at the most. You can provide the name of a person who will be interviewed or a go-between who will set up the interview, such as a PR person or an executive assistant. Keep your press release under one page and end with the number 30. This is an old print convention that let people know the copy was finished. It's still used today. That's it for this short training video. If you would like to start planning a public relations campaign for your business, organization, or personal project, check out our free email course. You can also grab a copy of this template by clicking the link below. Thanks for joining us. Until next time.